Welcome to Red Panda Post-Con Review, where we grade conventions that we've attended, focusing on their social aspect, the nightlife aspect, and the party aspect. My name is Pedrock, and with me is...
Captain Afrobot.
Nice. Wow.
Something.
No.
I don't know. Nelly the Afrobot. I could be whoever I want to be. Don't you stop me.
Just Nelly. Just Nelly.
I'm trying to experiment, okay? Okay?
It's not MAGLabs. MAGLabs is over. Experimenting is over.
Damn.
So we're just talking about MAGLabs 2017 and how it went this year. MAGLabs this year, did a lot of new stuff, but overall it did feel like a little bit of a downgrade from everything that happened last year. They had a little bit of less vendors, although they had some cool vendors.
Yeah.
They did have about the same amount of arcade machines and console room and everything, but the rhythm games were a little bit more lacking.
A little downscaled.
Actually, the concerts were pretty much the same. They had some pretty cool people, likewise. And then the big attractions were the Maker Studio,
Sure.
which had for you to do craft stuff together. Then you had the Lego room. You had some lock picking thing that we didn't go to.
It seemed pretty popular. There was a lot of people in there at any given time learning how to go about being a thief.
Sure. And then the Maker Studio had apparently workshops where you could go in and make certain bracelets, I guess the BioShock bracelets, and you could also go in there and solder for the badge and add little get-ups and things to it. A big attraction was the badge, and I know you talked to a lot of people about it, right?
Yeah, see, that's kind of one thing that fell through a little bit was going and figuring out how this damn thing works. Sounded really cool. The prospect of getting the thing to work is interesting, but I found it easier to just go up to people and go, hey, how the heck does that work? How do you get that flashing? Or there's people that with little LCD screens and speakers, and they were like, yeah, you got to customize it. You got to go and solder your own badge.
Yeah, the people that liked the badge and did cool stuff with the badge, good for you. I did not like it. I took the batteries out instantly because that was gonna drag me down all weekend. Maker Studio felt really quiet, which I guess is nice for building crafts and stuff, but I was expecting it to be more interactive, people working together a little bit more, which I guess maybe happened during the workshop, but after that, I just walked in there, went to the soldering station, kind of learned how to solder, but didn't even realize that they were working on, the bracelets, or that was an activity that they had.
Yeah, it seemed people were working on their own thing, and as soon as they got finished, they were just like,
I'm out.
Yeah.
Same thing with Lego room. People I think went more with their friends. There was a ton of Lego pieces and a lot to do in there, but you were just playing with yourself or playing with your friends. I didn't see as much of people working together or competing with each other or any type of contests or showing off, which I kind of was expecting going into it.
Yeah, the Lego room sounded pretty cool. Execution was probably about what you expect, but we were thinking they were gonna have speed build Legos, or let's say you get in there and you have people trying to build the biggest robot or
or
the coolest
build of the hour, do this during this hour, challenge people and stuff like that.
for prizes or something. So maybe something in the future, or at Mag Prime Super Mag Fest. What were they calling it this year?
Super Mag.
Super Mag.
When it comes to the social aspect for MAGLabs, it was very similar to last year, that it was pretty open. You in particular, what did you find? Easy to approach people, hard to approach people, or?
I found it easier. Since there was a lot of word of mouth stuff going on, going up to somebody and just being like, hey, what is there anything cool going on? What have you been checking out? Ended up going to a few panels, which that doesn't really happen a lot of times. It's just not really my thing now, but I think I will check out more, since it seems to be
where people interact,
where people go and
the panels
congregate.
Were little mini get-togethers. there were good amount of panels, and if it wasn't one of the major attractions, it was very low number. I know some people did complain that the panels devolved into people just chatting within, I guess, with the group, or not really focusing on teaching anything or doing anything, or just evolved into people asking for room parties or liquor or something. But that actually sounded a lot more interesting
sounds
to me
fun.
than what was supposed to be going on in the panels. I did think this year was similar to last year, where you could talk to people about stuff. Since it was less people, I think it was harder for me to talk to people because I only went to the ones that I identified. A smaller crowd, I just saw my friends or the people that I met last year and just spoke to them, and didn't really stick too much to trying to meet new people. Although it was pretty easy to just like join rooms, and I think that's just more of a standard feel for MAGLabs and MAGFest rather than this particular event.
Yeah, there was a few kind of meeting spots where, if you've been to MAGLabs, I mean, there's in front of the main panel room. People tend to gather there. There's a few chairs and seats and stuff, and there's also the tabletop gaming area, which seemed to be pretty popular, but kind of jumping in on that wasn't really happening since people were kind of already doing their own game.
And outside with the smoker area, the vape area, and not so much the interactive spots that I thought were going to be good, like the Lego room and the workshop room. For the nightlife aspect, MAGLabs is pretty much all nightlife. Like during the day, it's very quiet. There aren't as many people up. Even us, we didn't wake up until 11 or 12. And that wasn't really by choice. I was just like the sun coming in or stomach growling, getting hungry. But yeah, after 5, after 6, everything started getting a little bit louder. Yeah. Louder, more people down in the lobby, more people walking around, more people in the games. The concert started up, and it went till very late night, like 3, 4 in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Almost both days. People are still up, going good amount, like larger than the daytime volume. And people setting up late nights. I think the vendors are probably the only thing that really closed down, because there was like even DJs that set up in the hallways towards late night.
Yeah, I saw a band like by the elevators downstairs. They were just jamming, just jazz, flute, everything. You could name any brass wind. That thing, it sounded like there was a whole orchestra down there just pumping.
And likewise upstairs, so the rooms became open to people in the evening. People would leave their doors slightly open or put the latch up, and that was actually pretty interesting. I think this is one of even though it's a 24-hour con, it was pretty passive during the day, and then kicked it at night, and I actually liked that a lot.
It was like a village. Like the elevators were working really well this year. Yeah. Right. Good look. But being able to just go one floor, do a lap, you kind of hear some people going through. You just y'all doing anything? Happy MAGLabs.
That's true. Then you just kind of walk in and check out a party. So that actually transitions us into the party aspect of MAGLabs, which was, I think, similar to last year. Last year there was a lot of parties and stuff going on. This year it moved a lot more because stuff did get shut down. Yeah. Supposedly, floor 26 was a party, then floor 8, then floor 12. And it just kept moving from room to room. And I think it was a little bit more inclusive in that it was groups getting together and doing stuff. And if they got loud enough, people found it and then they walked in and they joined in. But it seemed like most parties were pretty open to people, and including ours. So for ours, you guys started to set up super early. Yeah.
It was kind of planned, kind of impromptu. Pretty much just after happy hour, we decided to just host, and that's pretty much how it started until it ended. Or shut down.
And it was nice to do because of the suite we had, because when you first got there, you had a regular room, and then you and Jay actually ended up pumping it up into a suite, and that's when I got there. I arrived super late Friday night, and you guys already had everything set up. Lights, music, the DJ controller, the food. Well, no, we didn't have food, but we did have alcohol. And we had the place open for people to just come in and walk out. I think because of the low volume of MAGFest, most parties were like this, where you just had little groups that came in, hung out for a while, visited, chilled out.
It's like a little party caravan, just kind of move along that. They'd come back and just be like, still going on? All right, cool.
And then they left. For most other parties, it was people's rooms. Some people had better spreads. I know one party who had their own beer that the host made. It was actually really savory. But it was just people hanging out in the room, chatting. Some had music, some didn't, and it was usually like playlists. I think for ours, it was like the only like disco style room where you did have like a dark room, you did have lights, you had the music going, and then you had the little like bedroom suite area that was more lit up and more natural, and everybody like gravitated there. We had like very few people that would stick into the dark music room where the music was louder. I think most people were looking for.
I mean, they also had the alcohol in that room too.
Yeah,
so. True. But that's how it is sometimes, you know. People,
I think that's what most people were looking for in MAGLabs. It's like, I want to sit down, I want to drink, I want to chat, I want to talk to people, and that was pretty much the party aspect. So for MAGLabs 2017, what would you grade it, Nedu?
I would grade it 2 rounds out of 3 of Call of Duty Zombies because it's tried and true. Okay, you expect. You know,
Nelly, if
one
more fucking convention is tried and true.
I never said tried and true.
You say tried and true all the time, dude.
It's tried and true.
God damn. Thanks for telling me though.
Okay.
You can frame
Nelly, you gotta grade it something different.
Okay, no,
you can grade it 2 out of 3 zombies, but
but it's not tried.
It's not true. Zombies are not true. So MAGLabs 2017, Nedu, what are you gonna grade it?
I graded 2 games of Call of Duty Zombies out of 3.
Because it's tried and true.
Because no. Okay, I'm not gonna say it. You can't make me say it. It's that because everybody's played Call of Duty.
They've tried it.
Everybody's tried it.
And it's true that everybody's
tried it. You know what to expect. You're not going to get really many surprises, and that's why I downgraded it.
It's a zombie game.
It's a zombie game.
They scare you. They surprise you all the time. The purpose is to surprise you.
The purpose is to surprise, but that's why I downgraded from 3 to 2. It was experimental. I like that aspect of it, but it seemed like there was some lack of information, maybe between the people that were actually doing it. So the people interacting with the soldering stations and making their own leather working, they weren't really spreading the gospel that I would expect from that. Word of mouth was something kind of lacking, even though it was still really sociable to jump in and play a game or ask somebody about the badge or what panels or bands are pretty good. I found that it was just still kind of centered. Anybody doing that kind of creative aspect wasn't really boasting about it and letting other people know.
Okay, so you didn't like their focus wasn't their focus.
Yeah, I feel that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't believe just taking 3 words out of your vocabulary
and you just derailed the whole thing.
Okay.
Pedro.
Yeah, what you want?
Can you please give me your rating of MAGLabs?
I give it a Rack City. That shit was pretty good. I enjoyed MAGLabs. I enjoyed MAGLabs. I feel like I talked poorly about it in this review, but I ended up enjoying it because I did exactly what I wanted to do. I went there.
All you did was play Hearthstone.
That's exactly what I wanted to do. I got to MAGLabs late in the day, and the room was already bumping, so I got to listen to some music. I get to go get food, enjoy some dope-ass food truck food. I got to like Uber Eats, so I was like lazy as hell and just staying in the room. I got to just walk around, and because there were less people, I had free access to everything. There was very little wait lines for everything. Yeah. And then I just went into the LAN room on a public-ass computer, put my data out there, probably gonna get hacked somehow, and I just played Hearthstone. I played Hearthstone a lot. That game is fucking dope. And then I went into the room, and it was Rack City in there. It was just you on the DJ controller the entire time. It was some of our friends dancing, and it was just bothering our neighbors below. They complained, at 11 p.m. does not make sense to get a noise complaint at 11 p.m. Like, it's not even bothering you at that point, man. Like, wait
Yeah.
until 2 a.m. at least.
Give us till midnight, please.
And we did have like several people coming in. Some groups were cool. Some groups were like more chilled out.
Yeah.
And then they left very quickly. But it was very enjoyable the entire time. And it was like, be in the room, be enjoyable, rowdy for myself, walk around, try and find the party. The parties I did get into, people were just chatting around, and I enjoyed that for a little bit. And then I said, I'm gonna go back to my room, and then I said, I'm gonna go play Hearthstone. And then the weekend was over, and I just played a lot of Hearthstone. So yeah, more Hearthstone. For next MAGLabs, make the theme Hearthstone.
Just the whole thing.
Yeah,
How you gonna map that out?
I don't care. That's not my problem.
Just jewels and gems all over the place.
Rack City. Thank you for watching Red Panda Post-Con Review, where we discuss MAGLabs. If you were at MAGLabs, do let us know how you enjoyed it, what you thought about the makerspace, and what you thought about their theme this year, the badges, where you were the ones that liked it or not. And if you were checking out parties and you stopped by ours, do let us know how you liked it. Tell us if you want to see certain improvements or what kind of changes you want to see, because we do want to do it like a little bit bigger, a little bit better, a little bit better for Super Mag. And as always, you know, like, comment, subscribe, and do use the coupon code stuff.
Coupon code tried and true.
Hashtag tried and true. Do it. If you have any pictures from the party or other parties that you went to, link us and send it to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever you got. Send it to us, we'll find it, and we'll talk to you later.
No, you're gonna get dick pics.
Hey, can I rate MAGLabs?
Yeah, you want to?
Yeah, move your arm.
Move your.
Hey,
No, don't move your body. Just
I
your
want to
arm.
rate MAGLabs. It was okay
Yeah?
out of great
Okay.
because it was alright.
We did what we wanted to do. It was our experiment too, our laboratory.
Fucking, that was.
Is that the teaser for Twitter?
I'm gonna give you the tried and true truth.
Dude, you gotta like.
We were drunk 2 out of the 3 days.
3 out of the 3 days. I know you
No,
were
we got
suffer
there
when you left.
Yeah, no, that's true. You didn't have to drive.
You're right.